You know that feeling when you see a massive new real estate launch and you just have to wonder, what actually separates a legitimate wealth creator from just another overhyped marketing campaign? It's a question every sharp investor absolutely has to ask when a shiny new project hits the market. Today, we're zeroing in on the Yamuna Expressway. This entire region is experiencing this rapid, almost unbelievable transformation, and we're going to analyze a specific asset class there that's generating a ton of buzz: premium service departments. But what really drives the value of these units? Is it the location, the luxury, the management, or maybe a mix of all three? Let's find out. Welcome to this explainer. I am so thrilled you're tuning in because today we are going to objectively break down the promotional claims behind a highly anticipated new real estate project called Gaur Bento. Billed as the absolute biggest pre-launch on the Yamuna Expressway, the promotional materials are making some very bold claims about this being an unmissable wealth creator. So, let's dive right in and decode what's actually being offered here. We're going to separate the concrete, on-the-ground details from the sales pitch so you can understand exactly what this opportunity entails. To decode all of this, we'll be using a simple four-step framework. 1, the Bento blueprint. 2, a strategic growth corridor. 3, analyzing investment potential. And 4, the Gaur Group legacy. All right, let's kick things off with part 1, the Bento blueprint. So what exactly is the physical asset being sold in this 6-acre development, which, by the way, sits inside the already established 250-acre Gaur Yamuna city? Interestingly, we aren't looking at sprawling, multi-bedroom family homes here. The core asset actually consists of premium studio apartments. The size range is a really compact, highly efficient 650 to 690 square feet, with launch pricing starting at 77 lakhs and scaling up past 1 crore. But here is the absolutely critical detail. These are fully furnished, centrally air-conditioned units that are precision-targeted at modern professionals who want that compact, luxury living experience. And the developer is leaning heavily into exclusivity with this one. Get this, it's a low-density setup with only 4 apartments per floor to guarantee privacy. The structure itself is incredibly ambitious. We're talking about a massive, roughly 40-story high-rise featuring what they call an ageless glass facade designed by ACPL, complete with these stunning wraparound curved balconies. Plus, it doesn't just sit out there in isolation. It's seamlessly integrated right next to a 5-star hotel in the area's first luxury mall. It's basically a complete live, work, and leisure ecosystem all rolled into one. Which brings us right to the amenities. Now, the promoters are actually claiming this project features the biggest clubhouse for serviced apartments anywhere around. We can group these world-class amenities into a pretty cohesive lifestyle narrative. Step 1 is active fitness, featuring functional training zones and an outdoor gym and a dedicated lap pool for your daily exercise. Step 2 shifts into relaxation mode, offering a semi-outdoor, all-weather heated pool for year-round use, alongside these really serene landscaped leisure parks. And finally, Step 3 focuses on recreation, with a multi-purpose sports court and dedicated kids' play areas. It's designed from the ground up as a complete, holistic lifestyle hub. Okay, let's pivot to part 2, a strategic growth corridor. In real estate, the where is always just as crucial as the what. And for this particular project, the absolute most critical number you need to remember is 15. The most heavily emphasized selling point across all their material is that Gaur Bento sits just 15 minutes away from the upcoming Noida International Airport in Jewar, slated to be India's largest airport. Proximity to a massive international transit hub of this scale, well, it's a total game changer. It literally shifts the entire economic gravity of the region. But wait, it's not just about the airport. Think about the sheer connectivity surrounding this place. The project sits strategically right on the Yamuna Expressway, seamlessly linking to the Noida Greater Noida Expressway and the Eastern Peripheral Expressway. It also benefits from the Aqualine Metro connectivity. And, honestly, just as importantly, it's positioned right near major employment and educational hubs, specifically Knowledge Park 5 and the nearby industrial areas. This entire infrastructure network is what physically funnels people straight toward the project. Moving right along to Section 3, analyzing investment potential. This is where we get into the real numbers. So, we've covered the bricks and mortar, and we've covered the geography. Now for the financial core. Why exactly does the developer claim this is an unmissable wealth creator? Well, it starts with the asset class itself. A service department isn't just your standard regular flat. It's fully furnished with hotel-like amenities. But the real magic words for investors here are professional management. A top-tier operator actually handles the day-to-day services, making this a truly hands-free investment. The whole goal is to generate passive income without the headache of fixing leaky faucets at 2 in the morning or hunting down individual tenants yourself. But of course, a hands-free investment only works if there are actually people eager to rent the keys, right? The developer projects really strong rental demand here, driven by three distinct groups. First, you've got the influx of corporates and business travelers, which is directly tied to that 15-minute proximity to the new Johor airport and the nearby industrial areas. Second, you have students and academics drawn to the university hubs just down the road. And third, there's the natural spillover footfall generated by that integrated luxury mall and five-star hotel right next door. Ultimately, the promotional strategy points to a dual-engine return profile. The developer claims that the current environment on the Yamuna Expressway creates a highly unique demand-supply gap. Because of the rapid infrastructure growth, the airport, the expressways, and the planned influx of businesses, they project a high demand for premium living spaces that currently outstrips the available supply. According to their pitch, this exact gap is the catalyst for both explosive rental yields in the short term and significant long-term capital appreciation of the physical asset itself.
And finally, Section 4, the Gaur Group Legacy.
Whenever you evaluate a pre-launch or a new launch real estate asset, checking the developer's historical track record isn't just a helpful tip, it's an absolutely essential step for risk mitigation. You really need to know who is actually promising to build this 40-story glass tower. Garzon's India steps in here as one of the NCR region's leading integrated players. And their delivery statistics, they are substantial. We're looking at a 28-year legacy with over 65 successfully delivered projects. To put that into perspective, that translates to more than 60 million square feet of space handed over to over 100,000 families. This historical weight is presented specifically to give investors confidence that the ambitious Bento blueprint will actually become a physical reality. So, there you have it. We've unpacked the blueprint, the strategic location near the upcoming airport, the mechanics of a hands-free service department, and the developer's historical weight. The promotional material clearly paints Gaur Bento as a prime opportunity, riding the massive wave of the Yamuna Expressway's infrastructure boom. But the final analysis? That always rests with you. Consider all the data we've walked through in this explainer today, and ask yourself this final question. Does relying on this specific projected demand-supply gap, driven by massive upcoming infrastructure, actually align with your personal portfolio strategy and your own risk tolerance? It is a fascinating market dynamic for sure, and one that is well worth your careful consideration.